Lieutenant Colonel Morris, Commander at Det 895, Central Washington University. A little bit about where I've come from. I grew up here in the Northwest. This is my first choice, was come back to Central Washington University. And originally grew up in British Columbia until about 6th grade, and then moved to Washington State in grade 6, and carried that all the way through until I joined the military in 1992. And originally enlisted for 8.5 years, and then got commissioned in 2000, and have been flying with the Air Force ever since then until just now when I'm moving up here. During my aviation time, first assignment was in Alaska, flying C-130s, and then moved over to AFSOC to fly AC-130s as a fire control officer, and did that till 2011 when I did the staff tour, and went up there so they could have a gunship person leading the development of the next gunship, which was AC-130J, and that aircraft is in production now. Actually, it's finishing up production now. It's probably got about 2 or 3 more years. So from there to Korea, spent 2 years there in the Air Operations Center, and then came back to headquarters, and this opportunity came up, so I applied for this. Originally from the Northwest, so outdoor activities is what I get excited about. I have some good skiing and snowboarding this season. I was prior enlisted. I actually didn't know about the CWU program when I got off active duty, so I ended up going OTS. I would look at university. I think Portland State University, University of Portland is the other program, and it was a lot of money. So I ended up going up to University of British Columbia to finish my last couple of years of school. Well, I went into the Guard and then commissioned through OTS. So last year I was at the headquarters, AFSOC, and I was working innovation for the command, leading a lot of really cool programs that they're working on there. I guess my favorite was my time in the squadron. As a AC-130 fire control officer. Just amazing mission, and the deployments, and you don't get excited about combat, but we did some pretty amazing stuff, and that's the time that I'll look back on the most, I think. I have a lot of expectations. I'm trying not to put them all out there yet, because I kind of want to see how everything's going right now before I go and set a lot of expectations in writing for everyone. But I'll tell you that I definitely have different expectations for a 300, 400 versus a 100, 200, and there'll be different standards. But I really want the 300s, 400s. I expect them to be modeling those behaviors that are necessary to become a successful lieutenant for those 100s and 200s, and continue to develop those skills. But the 100s and 200s, expect them to be learning those skills and incorporating them into their daily routines. And then the biggest piece that I expect from the cadets overall is academics, and really incorporating the core values into their daily routines. And then as time passes and I get a better idea of how things are flowing within our detachment, I'll have some specifics that I'll put out there as far as what I think it's going to take to really be successful, and I want to put those types of things out there in the national level programs and such. But for right now, that's where I'm at. I'll probably, after this quarter is over, sit back and reflect on what I've learned, and really I want to learn from a cadet's perspective so that I can bring all that together and have some realistic expectations for where we should be going. Things that I'm most excited about is, is getting to work with all of you is the biggest piece, and helping you to be successful in your careers going forward, and trying to solve that problem. As far as, it's not a real problem, but it is kind of, how to set you up as best as I possibly can to be successful, and hopefully well ahead of your peers as you step out of this program.